Welcome to all ladies and gentlemen who have difficulty finding themselves, who don't understand the meaning of anything, and who have a hard time interpreting their feelings. Today, in The Whole, I present to you a famous Portuguese writer who described for more than 30 years the feelings and concerns he experienced until his death. Sometimes, the story behind a work of art is just as captivating as the artwork itself. In certain cases, the backstory even becomes part of its meaning. One such example is the tale of 20th century writer Fernando Pessoa and his masterpiece, The Book of Disquiet. Pessoa was born in 1888 in Lisbon, Portugal. At the young age of 5, he faced the realities of loss and impermanence when his father passed away from tuberculosis. The following year, his younger brother also died. Not long after, Pessoa's mother remarried and the family moved to South Africa, removing him from the landscape of his early childhood. While in South Africa, Pessoa became fluent in English and developed a passion for English literature. At 17, he returned to Lisbon on his own, where he would remain for the rest of his life, devoting much of his time to writing. Yet, by the time of his death in 1935, at the age of 47, he had only published a few works that went largely unnoticed. He essentially wrote in obscurity, unknown to almost anyone. However, Pessoa seemed to sense that he was destined for greatness, or at least believed that he would one day be recognized as such. In an oddly prophetic way, he was correct. After his death, a manuscript of the Book of Disquiet, along with tens of thousands of other unpublished pages, was discovered hidden in a wooden trunk. These works were unknown to the world until 1982, 47 years after his death, which eerily matches the age at which Pessoa died. In another strange twist, Pessoa's surname translates to person in English, adding yet another layer of philosophical reflection to his work. Even more eerily, Pessoa prophesied his own posthumous fame, writing, "It sometimes occurs to me with a sad delight that if one day, in the future, people read and admire my work, then I'll have found my true family, those who understand me. But by then, I'll have already died, and they'll only know me in effigy." Inside this book lies a lifetime of Pessoa's musings and reflections on subjects like reality and dreaming, tedium and selfhood, the absurdity of existence, and the futility of action. The book is composed of fragmented vignettes written in a style that falls somewhere between diary entries and poetry. With no real linear structure, the book can be read in any order, forwards or backwards. What makes it even more interesting is that Pessoa does not credit himself as the author. Instead, the book is attributed to Bernardo Soares, an assistant bookkeeper from Lisbon, and possibly Vicente Guedes, both of whom are fictional characters. Throughout his life, Pessoa wrote under various pseudonyms or heteronyms, creating fictional authors with distinct personalities, writing styles, and perspectives. In total, Pessoa created about 80 heteronyms. Because of this, the Book of Disquiet is neither a straightforward non-fiction work, nor a typical novel. Instead, it sits somewhere in between. Often described as the strangest autobiography ever written, Pessoa referred to it as a factless autobiography, or an autobiography of someone who never existed. The book's fragmented, non-linear structure mirrors its themes, particularly the illusory and fragmented nature of self-identity. Throughout the book, Pessoa grapples with feelings of alienation, disorientation, and loneliness. One of his most famous passages reads, "I don't know how to feel, think, or love. I'm a character in an unfinished novel, hovering in the air, incomplete before I've even existed. I'm always thinking, always feeling, but my thoughts lack reason and my emotions lack feeling." Pessoa also explores themes of futility and meaninglessness, suggesting that life is a series of dreams. In his own words, "I've never done anything but dream. This, and this alone, has been the meaning of my life. My only true concern has been my inner life." For Pessoa, reality itself is an illusion, as fleeting and insignificant as a dream that fades upon waking. The paradoxes within Pessoa's work extend beyond his writing. Why write about the pointlessness of doing anything while doing something? Perhaps Pessoa saw value in paradox itself, much like how a vaccine contains a small part of a virus to build immunity. In the same way, great art can expose us to the chaos of existence, helping us build resilience. It's worth noting that The Book of Disquiet was left unfinished, much like Pessoa's conception of life, fragmented and incomplete. The manuscript, hidden in a trunk and only discovered after his death, becomes a metaphor for Pessoa's views on existence, unknowable, unfinished, and only fully understood after it's too late. And, just as Pessoa predicted, we are living out his prophecy. As we read his words today, we participate in the fate he foresaw for himself. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day.